Hello, I think we're live. Yes, awesome. Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Oblivion. And we're on our part 5 of our Elder Scrolls Marathon. And yeah, I'm really excited to get going and see what trouble we can get up to and if we can save Cyrodiil from this Oblivion crisis. So let's continue on. And hopefully the game will not crash. Scratch that. The game can crash, that's fine. But please, don't kill my computer in the process. That was an issue we had to deal with at least 2 times yesterday. And that was kinda bad. I haven't really thought up of a solution, so I'm just gonna sit here and hope that it doesn't happen again. So, where did we leave off last time? We did a lot of prep. God kväll! That's about the extent of my Swedish. Super weak! Thank you so much for tuning in, and good kväll to you as well. Now that you mentioned god kväll, or rather wished me a good evening, I immediately, like, a thought popped into my skull. Like, what does a Swedish accent sound like when spoken by, like, someone from the Netherlands? Who knows? That's something I want to figure out. But thank you so much for tuning in, Super Week. I'm very happy that you're here. And you got here just in time. Like, I was just about to do like a quick recap of what happened during last episode. Because we finished the tutorial. And after that, we did a bunch of prep, basically. Trying to get our build going, our character good and strong. But we did do one main story quest. We did close the gate here in Kavach. And now I'm realizing that the gates are colored red on the map in the remastered version. That's kind of nice. And after that, we have done like some things that make sense, like buying spells and stuff like that. And some things that does not make sense, such as clearing out this cave right here, Howling Cave. And we've also cleared out this cave, Gutted Mine, and that's, you know, the last thing we did during the last episode. I remember the betrayal of which we shall not speak. I did a betrayal. That is true. I did a naughty thing. When I did a training session, meaning, you know, leveling up my skills, I kinda accidentally, maybe on purpose, used console commands just to save some time. And I'm a cheater. Like, this totally invalidates my run. I admit it. Like, that's how it is. But it will save us some time. But that's basically the recap. So what we can do now is just go back to the Shrine of Asura and turn in the quest that we just completed, and we will get a Daedric artifact. It won't do anything for us whatsoever in terms of like power gain or whatnot, but we will need to use a Daedric artifact later on in the main story. And that is, well, the main purpose of doing the quest here for Asura. And also, I just remembered. I remember 2 things, but first and foremost, we did get a sigil stone when we closed the gate during last episode. I'm just gonna see real quick what, okay. Like, if, like, some of these, like, these effects are random that you get from the sigil stone. And if you don't know, the sigil stone is basically like an enchantment that you can put on your gear. But the effects are totally random. And I'm not looking for any of these effects on my armor, unfortunately. If I would have obtained Chameleon, I definitely would have used it on my armor. But whatever, it is what it is. I should also mention that we did have someone follow the channel as I was offline. Ace Man. I'm not sure if you're here or if you're gonna watch later, but I want you to know that I really appreciate the follow. I truly do. Alright, with that being said, let's talk to Asura, let's get our reward, and after that, let's just start doing main story quests. We are completely ready to get going.
Candles shall burn forever in memory of their sacrifice. For your service, take this token, that your deeds might be entered in the book of...
And I think it's kind of fitting that we're still interacting with Asura, even though we're not playing Morrowind anymore. This is actually not... Oh, I forgot about the brothers. So these 2 guys are gonna follow us for the rest of the game. But they are literally unkillable, and they will pack a punch. So these two guys will be very nice to have. But this is actually not the only Daedric Shrine quest we're gonna do. But more on that later, because for now I am totally ready to get going with the main story quest. Let's see here. This is the quest. But as I say that, I wonder if I should go sell first. Nah, let's not worry about that. Let's worry about inventory once the inventory starts to fill up and we can't loot anything else. Like as I've said before, like money and gear and stuff like that is not that important to this run. I will need a bunch of gold like very late into the run, but that's not until a couple of hours. Hello, we're here. Hello, Cyrus.
Grandmaster,
there we go.
Yes, Cyrus. This is the Emperor's son, Martin Septim.
Okay, so we cannot skip this dialogue, so we'll have to listen.
Welcome to Cloud Ruler Temple. We have not had the honor of an emperor's visit in many years.
I really like the hilt of his sword.
The honor is mine.
Come, your blades are waiting to greet you.
Awesome. And once we're here, we can also join the blades, which allow us to, well, get their cool armor, but also like sleep and stuff here in the temple. The Daedric quests are often interesting and morally dubious. Yes, I totally agree. And that's a recurring thing in all Elder Scrolls games, and I love them. Like, the Daedric quests are generally like way better than the normal quests.
The Emperor and his sons were slain on our watch. The Empire is in chaos. But there is yet hope. Here is Martin Septim, true son of Uriel Septim.
Hail, Sanctuary! Hail, Septim! Hail!
Your Highness, the blades are at your command. You will be safe here until you can take up your throne.
Joffrey, all of you, I know you all expect me to be Emperor. I'll do my best, but this is all new to me. I'm not used to giving speeches.
I mean, Sean Bean does a great work.
I wanted you to know that
voice
I
acting Martin
appreciate your welcome here. I hope I prove myself worthy of your loyalty in the coming days. That's it. Thank you.
Well then, thank you, Martin. We'd all best get
I wonder
back
what
to our
these two
duty,
guys are
Captain.
thinking. Like, they're like,
speech was it?
he's gonna guide us to Weatherly. This is a very strange path we're taking, but whatever. Like, we put our trust in this guy.
I know I would be dead, but
all right, so now we have an heir to the Septims ready and safe here in Cloud Ruler Temple. Now we just need to get hold of our Amulet of Kings that were stolen from us. Okay, let's join the blades real quick.
May your soul
And
always true.
before I actually do the next quest, let's actually sleep real quick so that we can level up. I've had a level up waiting for me for a little while here. There we go. Yes, as before, I'm only gonna focus on these stats. Now, I'm trying to think right now, like, which is my favorite, like, Daedric Shrine quest? Because there are a bunch of them. Like, the one that comes to mind, at the top of my head, is one that's in Oblivion. I don't remember exactly which shrine it's related to. I think it's, like, the Daedric Prince of, like, Dreams and Nightmares. Because the quest itself takes you to, like, a wizard tower. And the wizard himself is sleeping and can't be woken, and his tower has like warped and stuff like that. And like actually just traversing the tower is really cool because you see things that you're not normally witnessing when you're just doing dungeons. I remember like the first time I did that particular quest, I was very surprised because I didn't really know what the Daedric Shrines were all about. Okay, so
Give my warm regards to Boris.
Alright, so
Tell him
we
he
have
should not
obtained our next quest, which takes us to Imperial City. So now we're gonna find our old friend Boris, I say old friend. I mean, we've only spoken to him in
to lead us to Weatherly.
in the Imperial dungeons. This is an escort quest of sorts. I mean, it's gonna look like Boris is escorting us, but we can't run ahead of him, so that's gonna be annoying. I've actually forgotten how many escort quests there are in this game. I'm pretty sure they're not as annoying as they are in Morrowind, however. Come on, here we go. And luckily for us, we don't really have to do anything here, but we'll help out with the zombie. Alright, so what's happening now in the main story is that the Prince of Medic quest in Oblivion as well. Is that the one for Sheogorath, Super Weak? The one where you go to the Khajiit village and like fulfill their prophecies? Because that one is also really fun.
Searches.
Alright, so what's happening? Yes. Yeah, I really like that one too. I did actually a speedrun of this game where like the main strategy was actually using the Wabbajack, the artifact that you get from that quest. That was actually really fun.
Good.
Okay, so the story right now is that Boris is investigating the Mythic Dawn, the cult that has attacked us, or rather attacked the Emperor and his heirs.
What do you need?
So we're trying to basically figure out what our enemy is all about. That sounds hilarious. It is hilarious in theory, but in practice it involved a lot of quick saving, quick loading. Because the effect of the Wabbajack is random, right? So, and I wanted like a specific effect. So if I didn't get the effect immediately, I had to reload and then I used the Wabbajack again. And the reason why I had to save a quick save and quick load like that is because the Wabbajack only has a limited amount of charges. And during a speedrun, I can't really spend time getting resources to recharge the staff. But it was really fun to like theory craft the run and like figuring out the strategy. And I mean, it kind of worked. I mean, I did beat the game in like 2 hours, I think. Of course, using like no glitches and stuff like that.
Here.
All right, and in order to in order to find the Mythic Dawn, this cult that we're looking for, we are reading some books that are written by, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Mankar Cameron. And he is the leader of the Mythic Dawn. And by reading his books, you get like clues on how to actually like contact the cult further and like get, I don't know, more involved with the cult basically. And you know, this way of actually introducing the enemy of the game is actually kind of cool.
Let's do business.
That you have to do like this this investigation.
I'm afraid.
Alright, so this guy will not sell us the volume 3 of the books because he has already promised to sell the volume 3 of the books to another person. What? But maybe we can persuade him and see if we can... let's see here. He likes jokes and he likes boast. Okay.
Don't try. I wish you're... That's great.
And if we're lucky, he will like us enough to...
Don't talk such rot.
Sell the book to us. So I'm just gonna do the little mini game.
Don't talk. Well, is that so? Don't try to remark. That's great. How's it go again? You can't.
Am I even gaining this position with him? Oh yeah, I am. Okay, so I can't get over 59.
That works for.
Is that good enough?
I'd like to help you, but I mean,
I guess I can just bribe him. I know that you can get the book from Gwyneth as well, or... Oh, but come on.
Take your time. Every little bit helps. Very well.
There we go.
Good day.
And if I remember correctly, you can get like kind of a fun dialogue here when when the wood elf who wants to buy the book actually gets here, and he's like, no, I've already sold it. But I'm not gonna wait for that dialogue right now, unfortunately. Unless you really want to hear it, then I'll show it to you. Alright, so the next part is to do what? I probably need to... Oh, okay, never mind! We will need to listen to this dialogue. Okay, cool. I'm pretty sure you can get the book for free, by the way, if you just take it from Gwyneth directly. But whatever.
I'm here for my book, Menkar Cameron's Commentaries, Volume 3.
Ah, about that. You see, I don't have it anymore. Terribly sorry. Full refund, of course.
You could be sure I won't be back. I've never been treated so shabbily in all my life. Good day, sir.
To be fair, like, I would also probably be very upset if, like, an item that I've ordered is sold to someone else. So this is one of the people who are also interested in the cult, but he doesn't really realize what they're all about. I think Gwyneth really only likes the cult because of like their philosophy and their like take on religion and stuff like that. And he's not really aware of what they're actually doing, i.e. killing emperors and stuff like that.
Hi there. You have my ear.
Sorry about that. I'm not even sure where I'm supposed to... Oh, I'm heading back to Boris, okay. And here we have him. Hello.
You're not easy. Like,
alright, so the next part to join the cult is to join the secret meeting. And in this meeting, you will find the 4th copy of the book. Which contains, I guess... Or with the 4th book, you will get all the clues you need in order to find the cult properly and actually join them. So this is what Gwyneth tried to do, or wanted to do, before we so rudely stopped him in his tracks by purchasing his book, even though he had pre-ordered it. You know what they say, no pre-orders. Even when it comes to like buying books to join cults. So this is what I meant by escort quest. So we need to follow Boris right now to the meeting, and we can't like run ahead of him. Like if we fall too far behind, he will wait for us, basically.
Let's get this over with.
And of course, our friendly brothers are still with us, being great bodyguards. Making it so that the game is trivially easy, and yeah, we really don't need to do any fighting at all. So yeah. But as I said, like, I'm not sure how many escort quests there are in this game. Like, I can't even think about or come up with another escort quest other than this one. Or maybe I'm only...
Stick together!
Alright, thank you. Always fun when multiple NPCs go overkill on a single rat, yeah. You know, just causing fights and chaos in Oblivion is quite fun. That's something I always did when I played this game for the first time. I try to get like a follower or two, and with a summon I tried to like take on all the guards in like the Imperial City or another town, just to witness the chaos. And it's also really fun when you're just walking around the town and you see a Mythic Dawn cult member just activating, so to say,
a little closer,
and
show me what you've got,
and starting attacking you. Because everyone gets involved. Like, one Mythic Dawn member transforms, and all of a sudden, like an innkeeper, like a beggar, and guards, everyone just wants to get at him. Killing chickens in Skyrim for instant chaos. I don't think I've actually done that myself. Does killing chickens count as like doing a hostile action? Well, I guess it would be. That's like I guess like killing a horse or something. Because I think people get mad when you do that as well. You know, understandably. Very understandably. But yeah, as you can see, like the threat to us is basically non-existent, even though we're playing on max difficulty here, because everyone else is doing the fighting for us. Okay, we are about to reach the ending, and there is actually like a cool little tech you can do. Uh-oh! And as I say that, I almost get hit by this little guy.
More fearsome than you.
Damn. Okay, I think we're good. The villagers will instantly attack you at full power in retaliation for the chickens. You know, those chickens are seemingly very valuable. To be fair, like, if you just randomly go up and like start slaughtering chickens, like, people in real life would probably try to stop you. Okay, so we're not quite done with the escorting here. There we go. But yeah, there's some cool tech, or I say cool. Yes, there's some tech. I guess it's up to you if you would consider it cool or not. When it comes to the actual meeting with the Mythic Dawn. Because usually it ends up with
This was mine.
people fighting. But you can actually avoid it.
Look out!
Alright. Show us what you got, Boris.
Over here!
I've fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
He says to a mud crab, I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you. I mean, I guess it checks out. There are some mud crabs that are dangerous and some that are not. Alright, here we go, I think. Yes. So, safe to save just in case.
Alright,
So, I'm gonna insist that I will meet the sponsor. I never fail. There we go. And the reason why I want to do this, and also this is probably gonna look a bit stupid with the brothers next to me, but it is what it is. By taking the meeting, the guy that's, yeah, this guy, he will not be hostile towards you, because he,
So,
you know,
you want to become one of the...
he thinks that you're here to join a cult, and for some reason he's like not coded to like become hostile. I guess he wants to do his speech and whatever. So what you can do is you can just spam pickpocket this guy in order to get the book, because that's what you're really after. You're not really here to kill anyone, right? You're only here to get the book.
What? I didn't...
And that's all you need to do. Now you're done. And how do we get out of here? Okay, we need to get to Tarmina. I wonder if there's another path to get out of here, but whatever. I'm just gonna run. At least we don't have to follow Boris. That was the tech. Like, that was it. Nothing special. Because I always assumed that you did need to do a fight over there. Very efficient, yes! But yeah, he's totally fine with you just pickpocketing the book from him. Oh, here's the chest. Alright, so now we need to head back to Tarmina. Oh, am I taking the right path? I'm not sure. Like, does it even matter which path I take to get out of here? I mean, whatever. I'm just gonna retrace my steps. Then I know for a fact there won't be any enemies, for instance. But yeah, we need to go back to Tarmina. The Argonian that we met in the university. And she will assist us in figuring out the proper clues, I guess, in order to open, or not open, but figure out how to actually meet and join the cult. Because you're supposed to figure this out for yourself using the books. And here we go. We have found the exit. Perfect. Now, we already, or rather, I already know the solution because I have played this game before. But I think you need to talk to her in order to at least like progress the quest to the right stage.
Speak.
And here we go.
What?
Right. You're not happy to see me?
Oh.
Okay.
I'll keep studying the first.
There we go. All right. So I think we got the quest to the right stage, and we can just get going with figuring out where to go. And to do that, we need to get to the palace. One thing I really like about both Oblivion and Skyrim is that after a while, like NPCs will not do their like normal greeting when they see you, but rather like make a comment about one of the skills that you're proficient with. Like they might say, look at the muscles on you, or like, you have the hands of a healer. I really like that for like, I guess like role-playing purposes. Okay, so now we need to wait a little while. I think we need to wait until, is it noon? Like 12 PM? Yeah, probably. Now, using the wait mechanic is kind of what killed my computer yesterday, so hopefully it will be fine. There we go. So now we can see on the secret map exactly where the cult is located. So let's go there. And luckily for us, we have discovered some locations close by. Very, very convenient.
You have but to lead us to Weatherly.
Oh.
Show me what you've got.
Huh. I guess that could have ended poorly. Like, me just fast traveling in front of a bandit and the bandit making a swing at me and instantly killing me. Again, we're still playing on the hardest difficulty, so the enemies do hit hard when they hit, if they hit. Alright, so there's no way to actually complete this quest and still being friendly with the Mythic Dawn, which is very sad, because you can actually join the cult, at least for a few moments, by like giving up all your possessions and stuff like that. That's actually really fun.
Well,
I'm not gonna do that. Because I don't want to give up my possessions.
You have arrived at an opportune time. You may have the honor to be
This is another voice actor,
into
right?
the order by the master himself.
He sounds like
As a member of the order
Dunmer
of
from
the Mythic
Skyrim.
Dawn, give me your possessions.
No.
What? I asked.
no.
Then you.
he's almost here.
Pretty sure I can just move past him, like. Okay. Like I'm pretty sure they
Die, unbeliever!
Okay, am I going crazy? Or does invisibility function differently in this game compared to vanilla? Because the way I remember it, being invisible is basically equivalent to being like completely, well, invisible. Like they will never attack you. But that guy definitely took a swing at me. I think I might be losing my mind here. Because, yeah, these guys are not... Whatever, it is what it is. Look! Are you gonna attack me or what? Dude, don't you know that I'm playing a Deathless run here?
To your brothers and sisters. Great shall be their reward in paradise.
Okay, let's do a save just in case. Okay, I'm losing hope, or rather, my trust in my invisibility spell is running out. He was definitely throwing some spells at me.
As for the rest, The weak shall be winnowed. The timid shall be cast down.
Wait, that means...
The
Wait,
mighty shall...
that means that this could actually be quite dangerous. You know, let me think for a second about how I want to approach it. Like, my plan here is just to grab the book, become invisible, and just run away. But if people can attack me, then things might get messy.
Tremble at my feet and pray for pardon.
Whatever. So let's take the book. Okay, they're not looking at me. No one is casting spells. Okay, I think we might be good. Yeah, the invisibility spell is definitely not consistent. As long as you don't cast any spells or similar action, you should be undetectable with invisibility. Yeah, that is my impression of the spell as well. But I feel like when I cast invisibility, when I've already started combat, the enemy seems to be able to, like, maybe not see me, but like be aware of my presence. And like, you saw, right? He did definitely try to cast a lightning bolt on me. Anyways, like this is the strategy I wanted to use, basically. Just use invisibility to run through the entire dungeon. The only thing we need from here is the book. Nothing else, so we do not have to do any killing whatsoever. And this probably, hopefully, illustrates how overpowered invisibility is in this game. You know, very similar to how it was in Morrowind. Oh, here we have the brothers. Hello. Use the handle, and we're almost done. Now we just need to run out. I will say though, I really like the fact that they have added a sprint mechanic, just for the quality of life, if nothing else. Normally, only a scripted event should negate the invisibility. Yeah, I'm not sure about what's going on. Like, it could be a remastered thing, or it could be something else that I'm not aware of. Oh, I did not mean to press escape like that. So if I remember correctly, yeah, we can't actually fast travel because we have enemies chasing us. But that should be fine. So at the moment, in the cave, some enemies are still aggroed onto us, which means that we can't fast travel. Even though, like, we're invisible and stuff like that. So, but I think, like, if we run towards Shadenhall and enter the city, that should probably be enough. Hopefully. And I will keep casting invisibility, just to not be ambushed by someone. This should be fine. Hopefully, I think. Alright, so I haven't played the remastered version myself, but seeing how great it looks, I will probably get it. I mean, I agree, the game looks absolutely stunning. And if you have, like... What's happening here? That's a scamp. Oh, it's a conjurer. And this is like a bona fide Oblivion moment. And this is what one of the things I truly love about this game. Like just weird things are happening as you're traveling the world. And this is something I truly miss from Morrowind. Again, like the game is old, so I get there are limitations. But Morrowind does feel a bit static. Great job there, guards. Keeping us safe. Oh, and now we can fast travel. But yeah, as I wanted to say, like, if you have the desire to play Oblivion again, but you have played it before, but you still want that experience, like, buying the remastered version, assuming you have the funds to do so and stuff like that, will probably, you know, give you a refreshed experience or something. I love when unexpected events happen and
Thank
that
Talos
also
you
have
returned
nothing to
safely.
do with you. Yes.
Do you have the amulet? Please.
That is like
Ah,
the quintessential Oblivion experience, and I love it. I mean, it happens in Skyrim too, but for some reason I associate like
you're
these
back.
like weird events
told
with
Geoffrey
Oblivion
not to
more than
worry.
Skyrim. Alright,
I
so
This
we
I
have
believe-
given him the Mysterium Xerxes,
think perhaps
which
is-
is
and,
a
well,
book
but
about,
this we
I
must-
guess, Daedra things. I'm not actually,
I
I'm
hope
not
to
actually
have
sure.
at least part of the Mysterium Xerxes translated in a few days.
Okay, so now, as he is like looking through the book and figuring out
Welcome aboard,
its
sir.
mysteries,
I
we
hope-
need to do some quests for Joffrey. And apparently there are some Mythic Dawn spies that are looking at
I'm
the
counting
temple,
on you to eliminate those.
and we need to eliminate the spies. And this is quite a easy quest to do, but I'm just gonna real quickly sleep here in order to level up. Okay, and just as before, I'm gonna focus on willpower and endurance, with 1 point in luck. Excellent, and we are level what? We are level 8 at the moment. Okay, that's nice. So, starting with Oblivion, I think they introduced like this radiant leveling up system, which basically means that the world levels up with you, which means that getting levels might actually not always be beneficial to you, depending on if you're like,
What can I...
if the level you get is actually like well spent in terms of like attributes. But what I'm trying to say is, if you level up and you level up by getting attributes that are not like actually making your character stronger, you leveling up might actually make you weaker, given that the world is leveling up with you. This is a system I really don't like. And I much prefer the Morrowind way to do things. I mean, I know for a fact that in Morrowind, the game levels up with you as well, to a certain extent. But enemies such as, like, Dagoth Ur will always have the same stats, I think. Please correct me if I'm wrong here.
May Talos guide you.
Okay. And unfortunately, this leveling system, or rather, this, you know, relationship between the world and the player is also present in Skyrim. Well, I think it's unfortunate, but you know, that's only my opinion. I mean, I know there are upsides of having the system as well. Okay, so now we need to find the spies and do the dirty deed. I mean, we are technically part of the Dark Brotherhood, right? So killing shouldn't be an issue for us. And if I remember correctly, you need to like wait for certain hours. No, the spies are here already. Excellent. Oh well, here's a headless zombie.
Escape the master's vigilance.
There we go. And the brother should be here as well, but apparently not. But I think the zombie will be strong enough to handle her himself.
What's the matter? Getting tired.
There we go. Come on, brothers.
I do
You
not
elves are all the
have
same,
faith.
full flesh and no die,
Glad
cur.
you will not live to see the day Lord Dagon walks the earth.
Come on, you can do it. There we go. It's such a cowardly way of fighting. Okay, and we move on. So that was one of the two spies. The second spy, I don't remember where they are. Maybe they're like working in shifts. So only one spy is looking at the temple at any given moment, but I'm not entirely sure. Hopefully she won't ambush us and kill us. That would be very, very sad. Okay, the quest marker is pointing us toward Captain Bird, but I think the only thing he will do is actually direct us to the house where we're actually supposed to go. So in theory we could just go there immediately. The thing is, I don't actually remember which house it is, so it's probably just wisest to speak with Bird
I'm no relief.
immediately.
Another
Man,
day Yes?
You look very different to the vanilla version. Alright.
What is it? Relief. Good to see you.
For some reason, the appearance of Bird is stuck in my head, like the vanilla appearance.
Oh, hello.
Oh man. Okay, so this is the house. And again, I'm a bit scared if we're gonna find an enemy here. So I'm gonna equip invisibility and just use it immediately. Okay, that's just the brothers. Okay, cool. And this is the basement, and we have the basement key. Huh, where is the other spy? Oh yeah, I forgot, the Mythic Dawn commentaries, they are actually skill books. That's kinda neat. Okay, what should we do now? Oh, did not mean to do that. Okay, so I should show this document to Joffrey, and let's just go out the way we came from. But we've only killed one spy. Like, I'm 99% sure it's supposed to be 2. What's going on here? Maybe we'll get the quest to kill the other spy by Joffrey? I'm not sure, I'm not sure. It doesn't seem like it, but we're actually getting fairly close to the end.
Good morning, sir.
Because remember, we've already done a Daedric artifact quest. Let's also level up real quick. Oh man, I got the willpower to 100. Alright, let's focus then on endurance and luck and maybe speed. Yeah. Speed will make us go fast. Fast is good.
Hail!
Are you above me, Joffrey? Yes, you are.
I feel better. What have
I'm just gonna go through the dialogue in case I need to.
The plans you...
Okay, yes. So now the document, or rather the
make it clear
quest,
that the mythic
tells us that there is another spy I need to kill. Oh well.
The Mysterium Xarxes is the most dangerous thing.
And do I know where to find them? No, I don't. Well, this could prove to be a bit tricky then. I'm gonna try to see if I can wait near those stones over there, where we found the first spy, and see if they turn up. If not, I'm not actually sure. Maybe we can, like, wait in their house or something. Because there's no one here right now. Yes, only you, and you're dead. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna wait in like 6-hour intervals just to see if they show up. Nothing yet? Nope. Alright. There we go. Yes. Perfect, 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 perfect. So, I'm assuming then that the spies are working in shifts.
Look out!
And I assume the document actually tells you this information. But who reads, you know, in this day and age? We have TikToks and Reels. We don't need to read. Cool, you're dead. Perfect. Okay, quest complete. And again, I'm pretty sure we have actually already completed the next quest that we're supposed to get here. Meaning that we can just get going with the quest after that. Which quest is that? I actually totally forgotten.
I need to talk to you, soldier to soul. What? I will send word to the camp.
I desire, in fact, not a.
So Daedric artifact, yes. Give the Sir a star, and what else can I do?
Farewell, my.
I've just it's it once they've seen.
Okay, so this is the quest we need to shut down another gate.
With
Okay,
Captain
cool.
Bird immediately.
This should not be that difficult. The only, I guess, wrinkle into this quest is the fact that Bird and his guards will, or some of his guards, I think 2 of his guards, will join us in the gate. There's always there's always time to read through the lusty Argonian maid. Okay, I will make an exception for the lusty Argonian maid.
Thanks.
Oh, he needs to do a speech.
All right, boys, listen up. We've got to close that gate over there.
I remember I have actually like read those books. When I played Skyrim before on stream, I did make an effort to hunt down every volume of the Lusty Argonian Maid.
What happened at Kavach. And that's not going to happen here. Not while I'm captain of the guard. Boor, Soren, you're with me. The rest of you stay outside and kill anything that comes out of that gate. Let's show these bastards how we do things in Bruma.
Hell yeah.
Damn right. Yeah. So far,
We're with you, Captain.
Yes, we are with you. And by with you, I mean not at all. Bird, I'm sorry to say this.
So far, so good.
But you're kinda just dragging me down, okay? I'm just gonna run on ahead. You kids have fun, okay? Oh man. Okay, I guess I need to be a bit careful with these traps. Because even though I'm invisible, I'm pretty sure every single trap in the Plains of Oblivion still activates. Such as these towers. Yeah. There we go. And also, I do remember one thing from Vanilla, and that is, like, when enemies cast projectiles at you, they have, like, the perfect accuracy. So you need to, like, move in a very erratic way in order to avoid getting hit. Alright, we're getting close to the end. Here we go. I must say, I really like the look of Oblivion in the remastered version. It doesn't look like super hellish per se, but just the colors just pop out. Like looking at these runes, for instance. I think it looks really good. Well, the entire remaster looks really good, but I just noticed the runes.
Look out.
Okay, I don't remember the way exactly, but you know, go upward and you'll get to where you need to go. If I remember correctly, there is a person you kind of need to kill, a sigil keeper that has the key to the sigil spire, whatever it's called, and you often you're able to. You're often able to pickpocket those keys, but if Bird is with us, as well as our brother bodyguards, then that won't work. Okay, this is probably not the right path. Unfortunate. I haven't really thought about it, but there's a lot of quests in this game, or at least in the main story, where you get like dudes following you. And that's
I've got that one.
Very beneficial. Okay, so this is probably the right path then. Yeah, you guys are fighting, good. Keeping occupied. I'll go on ahead. Wait, what? Okay, I see a hook thing. Again, traps can still kill me, so I'm trying to be a bit cautious here. The scamp, I should just be able to run past. Let's loot this thing, and let's go here. Okay, so far so good. I'm always super scared when entering doors, because I never know if there's gonna be an enemy on the other side. However, having these 3 guards with me is actually kind of nice, because they might be able to, like, get their attention. If there are any enemies, that is. Okay, we're going upward. Upward is good. That means we're on the right path. Okay, they are fighting. I hear them. Okay, so far so good. So far so good. Okay, this is... yeah, this is a Serial Keeper.
Let's get this over with.
So, I'm pretty sure you can just... well, I know for a fact you can just pick... lockpick this... lock here, but just getting the key this way is easier. And we'll save us some lockpicks. Alright, so this is the final level. Cool! So yeah, this is what I mean by we're actually fairly like, close to the end. Like the actual quests don't take that long to complete when you're using this strat. And we will get another sigil stone. Hopefully with an effect that we would want. Alright. Oh, I didn't actually do it. Alright. Well, hello there, fantastically fabulous, freaky, fascinating, friendly, fine, fresh, furious, fun, and famed Seven. Lucius, I'm so happy whenever you join the chat, but I'm also terrified because you enter with such gusto, with such a presence. And I need to like follow up your performance, and you just put me on the spot like this. Okay, you luxurious, lovely, legendary, Lucius. I couldn't come up with anything more. Whatever. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are playing some Oblivion, Lucius. Are you a fan of this game? Okay, so I wasn't able to actually close the gate before because Bird needs to be in the same, like, load into the same area as we are. But you know, he just entered the tower, so we just yeah, we were able to just close the gate. All 3 adjectives. Good job, Steven. I recognize. Oh shit!
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
There are limits to my vocabulary and to my writing skills. I admit defeat. You are better than me, Lucius. At least when it comes to our word game.
You closed the Oblivion gate.
Cool.
We didn't think we'd ever see.
Gate closed. Let's fast travel back to Cloud Doodle Temple and tell our friends about the good news. But yeah, Lucius, have you played Oblivion before? Like vanilla or remastered? Because this is my very first Elder Scrolls game. And I like it a lot. Oh, you have never played any Elder Scrolls game? I think they're great, but I've never actually got into any of them. Okay, well, I wholeheartedly recommend basically all of them. I'm pretty sure Soup of the Week will do the same. At least Morrowind, probably the others as well.
Have you helped Captain Bird and his men close the... Good work, but
But this is like one of those games I don't think you should rush through. Like playing the game like I am doing right now is probably not a good idea. At least not on your first playthrough. Just, you know, taking your time, absorbing the world and all the crazy stuff that the game has to offer. That's probably the best way to play it. But of course, you can only do that once. After that, you already know like what's gonna happen. Okay, what is our next quest there? Allies for Bruma. I'm actually not gonna do this. Okay, so here we get 2 quests. We get Blood of the Divines and Allies for Bruma. The Allies for Bruma quest will require us to go to every like major city here, as you can see, and request aid for the fight in Bruma, because there's gonna open like a huge Oblivion gate is gonna open next to Bruma fairly soon, and we need allies to defeat them, or so Joffrey thinks at the very least. I disagree. We can actually do this without any allies. Well, I'm actually gonna get some allies, but not the allies that Joffrey is thinking about. But what we can do instead is do the quest for Martin, which will take us all the way... Where exactly? Oh, I need to speak to him first. Okay, whatever. Agree. Take your time for your first play. You only get that first time. Yes. Totally agree. And that's often the same with most games, especially like story-based games, right? You can only experience the story for a first time the ritual once.
To open the portal to the unlock how this is a gate that I
so
be sure to speak
playing
to
it on your own is probably a good idea, and if you can't like if you can't for any reason, like maybe like watching a let's play, preferably like a blind let's play.
Good evening, sir.
To get that kind of story or experience. Oh, I'm still not doing things right here. Since you have played these kind of games, have you ever played Greedfall? Yes, I have. I really like Greedfall. It is a bit of like... It's not as polished, and I completely understand the irony by saying polished now that we're playing in a Bethesda game.
Hail.
So the
but what I mean by that is that Greedfall is a bit... It's a bit rough around the edges. Like I don't really know how else to explain it. But the developers, they aren't like a AAA developer, so it kind of makes sense. That being said, the game is really fun. I really like it. I love Greedfall. Oh, you recently bought the sequel. I am holding off on buying the sequel until it's out of early access. Once it's out of early access, I'm instantly gonna buy it. Okay. Greedfall is really good. And I've actually played other games by the same developers, Spider. And those games, they have the right soul, let's say. Like, they always aim to do like... Oh, Sarge, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. Like, Sarge, are you following us because we're speaking about Greedfall or playing Oblivion? Nevertheless, thank you so much. But yes, spiders have always had like the... did someone say Greedfall? There we go.
but no one.
Yeah, spiders have always had like the best of intentions when building their games, but have already like fell short in one way or another. But Greedfall, I think, is the first time that they, you know, they actually succeeded. Like, I didn't only see the potential of the game, I actually experienced the potential. But yes, Sarge, you are a fan of both. I'm happy to hear that. Spiders is a company with the ambition of a AAA with the budget of a 1A. Lucius, I couldn't put it better myself. Yes, completely true. But yes, with Greedfall being, you know, their masterpiece as far as I'm concerned, I'm actually really excited about what else they can conjure up. Alright, so now we're gonna go to Sancretor. And here, we're gonna find the armor that... Okay, I was about to say something that I'm not sure is correct. I was about to say, like, the armor that the Emperors are wearing, but I'm not actually sure that's true. But we're gonna find a legendary armor set that's gonna make Martin Septim look really good. So let's fast travel to Coral here and just start running. Steel Rising is also up there for Spider Greatness, although a bit more niche in player base. I know what game you're talking about there, Lucius. It is a Souls game, right? I haven't played it myself, unfortunately. I would be down to play it, like I would be down to play it on stream even. But yeah, I've not played it. But I'm very much looking forward to Greedfall 2. And I'm also, of course, looking forward to Elder Scrolls 6. I like RPGs, what can I say? And I think that is probably true for most people, you know, gravitating towards things like Oblivion Remastered. I mean, Sarge is a great example of that. Liking both Greedfall and Oblivion. Alright, so the strat is the same as always. Keep on invisibility at all times and just run past all enemies. Playing this game like a coward, but it will keep me alive. And that is, I guess, the point with this marathon. Because I really want to survive Oblivion, because there's another game waiting for us at the end of this game. Skyrim. And I'm gonna just give you a small spoiler for that playthrough. The Skyrim Deathless run is hard. Like, really hard. Also, can I add you on Steam? Yes, you can, Lucius. You can send me a DM on Discord, and we can figure it out after stream. Really not go. I can't speak. Never really got into MMOs. Perfectly happy playing an RPG myself. I completely agree with the fact that I prefer to play like solo RPGs. But that being said, there are some MMOs I've gotten into. In particular, World of Warcraft. that was one of my main games going up. And when they re-released World of Warcraft Classic, I was hooked on that game for a little while. But overall, I agree. Like MMOs, I tend to not get into them. They're like the mechanics and like the game philosophy is usually very different to what a single player game offers. A single player game usually is more immersive, does not, you know, have like these time sinks, let's say, that MMOs tend to have. So overall, I would agree with that statement. But of course, MMOs have their benefits as well. Sometimes it's really fun to play with friends. Okay. So in this dungeon, we will have to do some fighting. I am noticing that the Germain brothers are not following us, but I think that's fine. So we will need to like free the spirits of 4 old Akaviri soldiers, and by freeing their spirits, they're gonna guide us, or rather enable us to get the armor that we're looking for. MMOs are not my thing, but a good RPG, Greedfall, Witcher 3, Atlas Fallen, especially Banishers of the Ghost of New Eden. I've never heard of that last one there, Lucius. I've always been tempted to play WoW, mostly for the Paladin experience. You know, Sarge, Paladin is my main class as well. It was the first class I ever played when I played World of Warcraft. And when Classic re-released, I immediately jumped on the Paladin once more, playing as a healer. You 100% should research Banishers. That game is so good. Okay, yeah, now I'm really curious, because I've heard of every other game that you mentioned there, Lucius, but never Banishers. Interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look up that game. Now I'm excited. Also, of course, gotta mention Darksiders on that RPG list too. I remembered during the Valheim playthrough that you really liked that game. Okay, this is the first soldier, and you can see this is a skeleton wearing like Akaviri like armaments, right? So this is one of the people we need to kill. So let's summon our headless zombie and let's become invisible and let them do fighting for us. Also, I'm surprised you know Atlas Fallen. I actually have it on my in my Steam library. It kind of it's that like sand RPG, right? I'm not like mixing any games up here. I haven't played it though. I have not played it. It's just sitting in my inventory, or what am I saying? In my library. Yes, the sand one. There you go. Okay, so this was a bit trickier than I expected. But as you can see, this strategy that I'm using, the combination with Illusion Magic and Conjuration, it's perfect for playing a Deathless run. it's it's super dishonorable. It's super cowardly. Oh, why are you going in this? There you go. But it's effective, and that is why I'm using it. Also, I have a hot take. I meant... Oh. I have... Wait. It happened again! I'm supposed to be invisible, but they're still shooting at me. I'm happy... Like, I'm lucky I didn't die there. Oh, come on, zombie, you can do this. Yeah, something is up with invisibility in this game. Atlas Fallen is fun, not top 5 or anything, but for sure super fun. I mean, sometimes that's all you need. Like, the thing about playing games, right, or at least like single player games that is intended to only be played once, is that, well, after you finish the game, like, what are you supposed to do, right? So just having a game that you can play that's, you know, just fun, like scratches that itch. That's all well and good. Okay, so this is costing me a bit more problems than I expected here. Oh man, the death sound of the zombie scared me there. Okay, can we aggro you? Yes, we can. Okay, only required one more hit. I mean, I have 40 hours in Atlas Fallen and I've not yet beaten it, so clearly it has more than good enough stuff going. Sounds good to me. I want to play it at some point. It's on my to play list, on my to play pile. All right, so we have freed the first spirit out of 4. So now we need to find his friends and free them as well. The strat is gonna be just the same, but as you just saw, this is probably gonna take a bit longer than I initially expected. But our zombie will get the job done. It's just a matter of time. Now, the one thing I'm a bit curious about is the fact that enemy spells, or rather, enemies sometimes see us even though we're invisible. 50 hours in Banishers and I've yet to beat it. Plus, I already know I will do a second playthrough. Ah, it does replay value because choices matter. I love those kind of games. That's actually one thing I wish that or Elder Scrolls would have more of. Choices that matters. Because in every Elder Scrolls game, with some exceptions, you can join all factions and just do all quests, all quest lines. Like, there's not really choices you're making, right? I mean, and again, there are exceptions. You can make the choice to kill Parthenax at the end, and there are things like choosing to follow the Stormcloaks or the Imperial Legion. Like, so there are some choices for sure, but not nearly as many as like other RPGs sometimes have, like these story-focused RPGs. You know, just putting out an example, like Baldur's Gate 3. You could argue that the choices you're making in Baldur's Gate 3 aren't like significant, which is fine, which is fair. But they're still choices, and even though the consequences might be minor, I think it's still fun to make choices. Okay, so I get the feeling that the invisibility, quote-unquote, glitch that I am experiencing here is related to like enemies like kind of try to figure out where you are, or rather enemies are coded to like figure out your location first, and after that they make a check to check if you're invisible. So they get like a frame or two to actually attack you because they haven't really figured out that you're invisible. I'm speculating now, by the way. I have no idea if I'm actually correct. But I get the feeling that, you know, it works sort of in that way. And by the way, this guy is not one of the people we need to kill, but he had the key, so that's why we killed that guy. And we have the new Inazuma 11 game that released 2 weeks ago. I've already have 106 hours in it, and I've yet to beat either of the two single player modes. I actually know the game you're speaking of. I'm not sure if it's a game for me. So that particular game is like a soccer, like single player RPG, kinda. Like imagine Persona, but instead of fighting people with like monsters, you're like playing football basically. Or at least that's my impression. I haven't played it. And I'm not like the biggest fan of football, so that's why I'm like hesitant to say if that game is for me or not. Alright, so here... Wait, what? Wait, this is not supposed to happen, right?
I know you. You've...
Isn't that ghost supposed to be in that skeleton? Or am I wrong? I'm gonna kill the skeleton nevertheless. Okay, and if I'm standing here, I'm probably fine from all enemies. Alright, fight for my amusement. Oh, okay, I tried to make a point earlier, but I was distracted. He's on a sabbatical. There you go. He's like, I don't want to be in a skeleton all my life, or all my life. Yeah, so the list that you mentioned there earlier, Lucius, there's one game there that I think is severely overrated, and I made this point before because I really like to be a contrarian sometimes. I think that Witcher 3 is very much overrated. I actually think Witcher 2 is the better game. I guess that's a kind of a good enough explanation. I can tell you one thing though, football is not even the core essence of the story, it's just a plot device. The core essence of Inazuma 11 story is individual characters and their personal arcs. Football is just being used to have a main goal for the group to complete. Okay, I think I get what you're saying. And again, it reminds me of the Persona games. Like the social bonds between characters, that's the main point. And as you say, like the soccer, or in Persona's case, like the fighting between monsters, that's just, as you say, a plot device. I'm actually kind of curious what's gonna happen now when the zombie... There we go. I mean, sure, why not? And you were right there, Sarge. He was on a sabbatical. Like, he did not want to fight my zombie. Alright, let's keep going. Okay! I might have a kindred spirit here. Sarge, I kind of get what you're coming from with Witcher 3. Now, I'm very curious, Sarge. Like, where do you think I'm coming from? Because I wanna, like, I'm kind of curious to see if other people have, like, if there are other people in the world that have, you know, reached that same conclusion as I have. Witcher 3 hot take for sure, yes. I don't know if I agree on Witcher 3 being overrated, but oh, you do agree on Witcher 2 being the better game. Okay. I mean, I know it's a hot take. It's probably my hottest take in gaming. That I think Witcher 3 is overrated. Because usually I tend to agree with like gaming consensus, not all the time, but sometimes. But yeah, the Witcher 3 thing, that's definitely one area where I personally differ from like the general gaming community consensus. I'm more than willing to expand on the reasons why, if you guys are interested. I think Witcher 3 is perfectly rated, but Witcher 2 is heavily underrated. Fair enough, fair enough. And like, I'm not gonna like... I'm not blaming anyone for liking Witcher 3, by the way. Like, that's totally fine, totally... It's a very logical and rational decision to like Witcher 3. Like, I'm not bashing on anyone here. You know, I'm just... that, you know, I'm just stating my opinion, basically. Okay, so we have 2 more ghosts we need to free. And I agree. I also think that Witcher 2 has a bit gone under the radar, and I think Witcher 2 is absolutely brilliant. And then we have Witcher 1. Can we just pretend that that poorly aged garbage never existed? Losers, I completely agree. I think Witcher 3 is overrated, and I think Witcher 1 is just... At one point, I actually put Witcher 1 as being like the worst game I've ever completed. And let me emphasize what I say here. I say worst game I've ever completed and not the worst game I've ever played. You know, it's a huge difference. From what I've seen, the choices in Witcher 2 seem more potent, I suppose. I mean, I would say that... I would agree, yes. But there's like mainly one choice in Witcher 2 that has major consequences. And by major consequences, I would like say that the choice that you make in Witcher 2 affects the game in such a dramatic way that I've never ever experienced in gaming otherwise. And that's really cool. And oh crap, my invisibility ran out. That's on me. Vernon versus Jorvet. That's exactly, yes. The style also seems more well developed. Do I? Style more well developed. Yeah, I guess you could say that. I'm not sure if I would have a take on that thing specifically. But yes, Lucius, you were very much correct on Vernon versus Jorvet. Sarge, the way you're speaking about Witcher 2, have you played it before? Or is that something like you're wanting to do? Okay, there we go. I really like the animation of the skeleton when they're like dragging the sword behind them. It kind of makes sense, right? A skeleton should be super weak, right? Without a lot of muscles. So them thinking a sword is heavy makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I really like how the remaster look. It looks really good. Okay, there we go. So we have one more skeleton to kill, and then we are done with this quest. I mean, I guess we need to go and hand in the armor to Martin and whatnot, but you know, the heavy lifting will be done. Oh, let's see here. We have some chests, sure. I only have 23 lockpicks. I'm not gonna waste them here. Did you just yawn? It looked like the ghost was doing like one of these. Like, you're a ghost. You shouldn't have like a body to worry about. I would love to play Witcher 2 at some point, but I haven't played it. Okay, I understand. I wholeheartedly recommend it. I really like Witcher 2. But you already know my opinions, right? So I'm a bit biased, of course. So you should probably take my opinion with a grain of salt. But I really like Witcher 2. I really do. I will say there are 2 points where I think Witcher 3 is better. Ignore visuals for obvious reasons. Fair enough. First, I think Witcher 2 has a more alive world overall. That is true, but I have a point about that as well. Especially in the wide areas between towns and cities, yes. And secondly, I do think that Witcher 3 does a better job at combat, in particular the science and alchemy. I will agree that I might actually like the combat of Witcher 3 more than Witcher 2. Or rather, I will say I definitely agree. And you're right in a sense about the world feeling more alive. But I would actually prefer if Witcher was not an open world game. I actually think that the open worldness of Witcher 3 takes away from the experience rather than add to it. But I'm generally kind of critical about open world games. I do really like Bethesda open world games. I think Bethesda does a really good job of doing open world. But I think Bethesda and Obsidian, of course, thinking about Fallout and whatnot, they are the exception to the rule. I'm rather interested in hearing your takes on the differences. Okay. So let me try to articulate why I think Witcher 3 is overrated in the best way I possibly can. So I'm gonna start with the point that Lucius brought up about the world. So the world is large, it's filled with a bunch of like creatures and stuff like that, but it suffers from like open world syndrome that I really dislike, which is that the content that you're experiencing when you're like in the open world is just like following little dots on your overall map, and once you find the end goal of your little dot, you usually just find something trivial. Like you find a bandit camp, you're finding a hidden treasure, or like a, and by hidden treasure I mean just like a chest somewhere with like whatever loot that you don't really care about. And the game is just full of this kind of content, and I don't find it very engaging. I very much prefer the way Bethesda does it, whereas, well, I guess it kind of depends on which Bethesda game you're looking at, but in Bethesda games, generally, the game is not filled with a bunch of crap. You need to go out there and actually discover it. You need to explore the world in order to find all the content. And I actually much prefer that way of approaching open world. To be fair, Witcher 3 combat is still kind of shit. Combat has never been a thing Witcher know how to do, but always still better than the trash of Witcher 1 combat. I completely agree. Like, Witcher 1 is not good. When you're saying right now about open world is the reason why I dislike the Horizon game. Yeah, Horizon games suffer from the very exact same thing there, Lucius. And that's why I refer to it as open world syndrome. A lot of open world games have this issue, as I would call it. And actually the same thing is still around with Cyberpunk. But I know that kind of gameplay is super like popular. At least like those kind of games tend to sell well. So I understand why developers go for that kind of design. But that doesn't change the fact that I don't like it personally. And again, like I'm not bashing on anyone who likes it. It's just my opinion, right? However, you could make a counter argument, being like, okay, but all this open world content that you are referencing here, Sevid, it's optional. You don't have to do it. And that is true. That is true. But I have thought about this as well. And I would say this. Even though the content is bad, like the fact that you can ignore it is not a good argument, in my opinion, to why that content should be in the game. Like, in comparison, okay, how can I compare this? Like make an analogy. Like, for instance, you have two plates of food. One is your favorite dish. It's a hamburger or a pizza or like a chocolate cake. It's delicious. It's amazing. And on the other hand, you have like a literal pile of crap. Of course you're gonna say like that the chocolate cake is amazing. It tastes good. But the fact that the chocolate cake tastes good doesn't make the crap good. Like, the fact that you have the chocolate cake there doesn't improve the pile of crap you have in the other hand. So that is what I mean. Like, even though you can ignore the open world content, it's still bad and it still made it into the game. Like, I'm not sure if I'm making sense here. Like, sure, the fact that you can ignore it is good. Like, I would prefer to not eat a pile of crap, of course. Like, if I can say no to a pile of crap, I would say no. But I don't want to like a pile of crap in my face at all. Like, can we just ignore it, basically? I'm sure you enjoy Banisher. It's open area. You go from one area to another. You have limited freedom within that area, but the areas are not too big. That sounds like more of my kind of game. Lucius. But again, I don't necessarily hate open world games, because I'm playing one right now, and this game I love. I really like Oblivion. Just trying to find my way back to the ghosts. We have killed all the ghosts that we need to kill. I think it's optional. It's a bad argument. Like, what do you mean? The game gets better if you ignore the game. Yes, that's also a very good point there, Lucius. Yeah, that you know, you actually made that point better than I did. But there's also another component to this. You could say, you could agree with all of the points I've made thus far about Witcher 3. Like, you could agree with, like, the open world being bad, right? That's have been my main criticism thus far. But then you could make the counter argument being like, okay, that's fair, Seba, that's fair. However, the main part of Witcher 3, like the reason why Witcher 3 is good is the story. Like, the main quests and the side quests. And even here I have issues with Witcher 3. And this is like the main reasons why I personally think Witcher 3 is overrated. And it's a very personal opinion. Like, this is very like, I'm not expecting other people to share this opinion. It's definitely like one that comes from me. I do have a way with words. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Oh, wait. There's a ghost. Alright. Mr. Headless Zombie should do this. Now, the issue I have with the Witcher 3 story isn't really the story itself. It's fine, it's whatever. It's rather how it's told. And especially when you come from Witcher 1 and Witcher 2, they tell their stories in a very different way to Witcher 3. And I can just sum up my issues with Witcher 3 with that. The game expects you, for the most part, to like know everything that Geralt know, the main protagonist of Witcher 3. But the game doesn't do anything to like explain things to you. It just expects you to know these things. And if you have read the books, then fair. You will probably know everything that Geralt knows. Because, you know, you're very familiar with the lore and stuff now. I haven't, okay? I've only experienced the games. And I want to like review the games on their own 2 feet, so to say. Meaning that I personally felt like I was missing significant bits about the story. Like, for instance, like, why the hell is Ciri so important? Like, that's like the premise, right, of the entire Witcher 3 story. Ciri is very important. We need to get her. We need to save her. And I'm like, who is Ciri? Like, and no one in the story adequately explains why. Like, why is Ciri so important? Please, can someone explain this to me? Of course, Geralt doesn't need explaining to. Like, Geralt knows, of course, who Ciri is. But I don't. Like, me, the player. I'm trying to, like, enjoy the story. Please, can someone explain why Ciri is so important? And that kind of, like, way of telling the story, it makes appearances all over Witcher 3. I don't want to like mention too many examples because of spoilers, but the recurring theme is that they expect the player to have the same knowledge as Geralt, the protagonist, but they don't do any effort to actually give the player said knowledge. At least that is how I feel personally. And this is something they managed to circumvent in Witcher 1 and Witcher 2 by giving Geralt amnesia. So that makes it so that Geralt and the player has the same amount of knowledge and can, you know, experience new characters and plot points on a similar foot as the player. And of course, you could again make a counter argument, but to be like, okay, but Sevad, that's very usual in games and stories, like that you the viewer or the player, you do not have the same information as the protagonist that you're playing, and that is true. But often I feel like when you play as a character that has more information than you have, the player, the game usually makes an effort to like either make sure that discrepancy in knowledge isn't like super important to the story, or they make sure to actually somehow get the player up to speed to, you know, to know what you need to know. And that again is the thing I'm lacking from Witcher 3 when it comes to its story. So that part combined with the open world mechanics and the open world design, I guess. Those are the reasons why I personally think that Witcher 3 is overrated. I thank you so much for the question there, though, Sarge and Lucius, because I love to speak about gaming, and I want to emphasize here, like, I'm not trying to bash on anyone, right? I know that Witcher 3 is a very special game to many people, and that's great. I love that. Like, it's good. You have a game that you really like, that you really connected with. That's great. But not every game is for everyone, and that's fine. It is what it is, right? It's totally fine. I don't know if I agree. I started with Witcher 3 with zero knowledge beforehand about either the games or the books. To me, the game did a fair job. Intro tells us that she's kind of like a daughter to us, yes, and that's enough. And then through the game, you get the small bits and hints to reveal the secret as to why series is so important. From my knowledge, it was well followable. Until it was stuff that was directly referencing Witcher 2, at which point, kind of my own fault for starting at 3. And yeah, this is... okay, my game crashed. Sorry about that. Let me restart the game. And again, to my point, you're totally valid in that opinion, Lucius. Absolutely. I as I said before, like the opinion that I had about the game it's very like personal to me. It's very subjective, right? So of course, someone else, like you for instance, might not have the same issues that I have when it comes to the storytelling. And if you don't have the same issues as me, then you will probably enjoy the story much more, which is again a good thing. This is great. This is something to be celebrated. The game heard your hot takes on Witcher 3 and decided to not want to be connected to you anymore. Yep. Okay, I probably need to open Task Manager here, because the game crashed, but it doesn't, like, the application doesn't properly close. There we go. Yeah, we did have a couple of crashes yesterday as well, so this is basically to be expected. But yeah, I really think it's fun to like discuss games, like in general, like stories, game designs, like stuff like that. I think it's very illuminating about what kind of like art we as people like enjoy. And again, like I've said this many times, but this is coming from like a place of, oh crap, like a place of love and like trying to like build connections and community, right? I never ever want to like bring someone down because they like a thing I don't like. I know for a fact that we all like different things, and that doesn't mean that my thing is better than someone else's, or vice versa. Crashes in my Bethesda game, that never happens. Yep. You know, the remaster team, they did a good job of making an authentic Bethesda experience. Now that's a good thing about Witcher 3, by the way. The game doesn't crash. Okay, we are now level 10. Again, we're gonna focus on endurance because increasing our health is good, and 1 point in luck, and then some more points in speed just to go fast. We don't really need any attributes except for like willpower and endurance and luck. Luck is kind of good. Okay, so now that Martin has the armor, I think the next step is to actually do the fight.
Good evening, sir.
Outside of Bruma with
you can while you were gone, I've made some progress.
Oh no, we need a welcome stone. Okay, we need one more thing. Never mind.
There is a you might.
Oh yeah, this is another dungeon you need to go to with a bunch of undead, and the end boss here is a lich. Hey, I love hearing hot takes as long as they're based on proper arguments and just blind hate. Yes, totally agree. Yeah, just blind hate and like trying to like ruin a good thing for other people. That's just sad. Like, I mean, I myself have many hot takes. I generally dislike many of the big popular games for one reason or another, and that's, you know, that's fine. That's totally valid. Okay. Now that we need to go to this place right here, Miss Karand or whatever it's called. we can actually discover another location westward here of Skingrad that is actually kind of close. Oh wait, speaking of which, wait, I have an idea. Oh yes. And I noticed that I actually have another level up. Blind Hill, welcome to the modern Pokemon fan base. Oh, I'm not familiar with Pokemon that much as a franchise. I do play Pokemon TCG Pocket on my phone, but that's like the extent of my interactions with Pokemon. So now I'm gonna go to Meridia's shrine over here, and this shrine, it's a Daedric shrine, so there's a Daedric quest associated with it. And we have actually already completed this quest. You see, this cave right here, Howling Cave. Meridia wants us to clear that cave. And you remember from yesterday, we did so using our friends Martin and Joffrey. However, in order to get to her quest, you need to be level 10, and we just got to level 10. And you also need something like an ingredient from an undead creature. And remember, we have been fighting ghosts and skeletons, so we have ectoplasm in our inventory. So we should be able to just do the quest for her right now, if I'm correct.
By the detritus of the profane, I am brought forth, and by your offering, you have made the profane your interest mortal.
Yes.
The undead are foul, unnatural things. Some of my rivals take pleasure in these abominations. Not Meridia. I wish these creatures destroyed. Hidden behind a door, deep in Howling Cave, are necromancers.
Howling Cave.
They rob graves for the materials to raise their undead armies. Find these necromancers, destroy them and their abominations. Do this, and earn the gratitude of Meridia.
You know, Meridia, I hate necromancers as much as you, to the point where I've actually done this for you already. You know, I got a question for you. What would you enjoy more? An open world game that has absolutely nothing to do in it outside of some environmental storytelling, or an open world filled with a lot of little things and trivial things to do for small rewards? That's a very interesting question, because at the face of it, you would probably say the second choice, right? Because like something is better than nothing, right? But I'm not sure if I would actually say the second option. I would probably say the first. You know, and you know, anchoring back a bit to our previous discussion about open world. Because I feel like the second option that you've presented here, an open world filled with a lot of little tidbits and trivial things and small rewards, they like kind of gamify the game in a sense, right? Take you out of the experience that the game could otherwise be offering you. Yeah, I probably would say the first option there. And I'm very curious to say what your option would be there, Lucius, as well as everyone else in chat. And as I said, we've already completed this quest, so we just need to talk to Meridia again, and we will get our reward. And this item that Meridia has given us is very, very good. There we go. Ring of Khajiit. Also, fun fact, Meridia, it's the same Daedric prince in Skyrim with the beacon. You know, there's this meme, right, in Skyrim, that whenever you loot a container, you get like the beacon of Meridia, or whatever it's called. I've totally forgotten. Can't I see the magical effects of this amulet? Huh. This amulet is enchanted, but I can't see what the effect is. Oh, there we go. Fortify block on self. All right. So the Ring of Khajiit. Chameleon on self 35% and fortify speed 10 points. Speed is always nice because moving fast is nice. But Chameleon on self 35%. I mean, we've just played Morrowind. We already know how strong Chameleon can be, and that's also true in Oblivion. So I'm gonna equip this ring just for a moment. Oh well, for a lot of moments. I'm gonna quit the stream to it for the rest of the game. I've only been playing Ubisoft's games for most of my life, so I would say the second opinion. That's second option. That's totally fair, Sarge. And I get why you brought up Ubisoft there, because the Ubisoft like game design is very reminiscent to the second option, and like if you like that kind of game, and again I validate your opinion, it's a totally rational and legit opinion to have, then you can actually get a lot of hours out of an Ubisoft title. And that would be great, because then you get a lot of hours, like good quality hours out of a game. I tried to remember, what was the last Ubisoft game I played? I mean, I have played like some of the multiplayer games, like Rainbow Six Siege, for instance. But I have actually never played an Assassin's Creed, for instance. Okay, so now we're in this cave. And here we're gonna find a bunch of these goblins fighting undead. And just as before, we are running past everyone, because we want to find the quest item so we can continue on with the main story. And spoilers, I have no idea where to go. I'm just gonna wing it. Okay, so I need to push a button. Yes, I remember these like ruins. Man, I really like the glow of these stones. The remaster looks so good. For me, it's very depending on point one. How long are the travels through the world? Yeah, that's fair. If the main story requires me to run from one end of the map to the other end, and this would take 50 minutes, give me something to do. But that's fair. That I would agree with that. But only if I'm required small travels of 2 to 5 minutes each, I would much rather have an empty open world. Yep. That is totally fair. That is very yeah, it's a valid opinion. I don't know what to say. Okay, here we have the button. Perfect. And a chest. Let's just loot everything. I like that you can hear your main brothers fighting with their dialogue and stuff. Okay, how do we get back up there though? I'm supposed to. I assume there's a path you can take. Maybe here. No, another chest though. Okay, onward we go. Oh, here we go. No, this is where I came from. Okay, I'm a bit lost. My favorite Ubisoft game are probably the two-player Raymans. So delightfully rage-inducing, really test relationships. I have never played a Rayman game myself, but I remember as a kid, and I don't know why, but I really like the aesthetic design of Rayman. You know, the fact that like his hands are not attached to his body. I have no idea why, but for some reason I was like, yeah, this is a cool character. But yeah, I've never played Rayman myself. They look delightful though. Okay, I have no idea where to go, man. Oh, I totally missed their stairs. Sorry, sorry about that, y'all. All right. Okay, we can now enter the next area. The design and music are excellent. Oh, now I want to listen to the music. Video game music is usually, or sometimes at least, very good. I mean, the music in Oblivion, great. The music in Morrowind, even better. And the music in Skyrim, also great. And which is funnily enough, a contrarian to my Witcher 2 experience. The tutorial area is small with only some small travels, yet I did everything optional. Meanwhile, Skellige is big and long travels. Completely ignore everything optional. Fair, but I do remember that Skellige, like the optional content in Skellige was just traveling on a boat, like basically for hours and hours. So I would understand not wanting to do the optional content there. If I remember correctly. Like, I don't wanna mischaracterize the game. Yeah, you can actually loot these. These actually works as mana potions. I totally forgot about that. Am I going in the right direction? I think so. I've mentioned this before, but the fact that they've added these cockroaches to dungeons in Oblivion, it really grosses me out. I'm usually not like super sensitive to like gross things like this, but like when just all of these cockroaches just randomly spawn. But I think it's good. Like it adds like an unnerving element to the game. So I actually think that's actually a good addition to the remaster. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm going in the right direction. As you can see, I'm not that worried about looting. I only really care about mana potions and health potions. And you can get plenty of those. Wait, is this correct? Here we have a button. Okay, the button didn't do anything here, it seems. Okay. Alright. As I said, I don't remember the layout of this dungeon at all, so I'm kind of just winging it. But the invisibility spell definitely will see me through. Is this the right way? Looks like the right way. Oh, maybe this is where I came from actually. Is it? No, this is new. Yeah. So that's where you want to go. Yes. Okay. And I do remember vividly that you are supposed to find a lich at the end of this dungeon. And you know, one bad thing about streaming Oblivion, at least in this way, is that, you know, the fights aren't that interesting. I mean, I think there is some interest to be had in like figuring out the like most optimal strategy for playing Deathless. But if the strategy is too strong, the game becomes trivial, as you're witnessing right now. But you know, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I will say this: the Skyrim playthrough will be. I'm not sure if it's gonna be like better, like in terms of content, but it's definitely gonna be more difficult. Absolutely, no doubt about that. Okay, so this place I remember vividly. So when you take the stone, you're gonna activate man, these cockroaches. You're gonna activate a trap. So these stairs will raise up, and a lich will spawn from behind this wall. So I'm just gonna plop down my zombie right there, right now. I'm gonna take the stone, and I'm gonna go invisible. And you need to actually kill the lich. Important to note, because the lich has a key on it that allows you to escape. And for some reason, my zombie is obsessed with. I think he's aggroed onto an enemy on the other side of that wall. That's kind of unfortunate. Okay, this is the plan. I'm gonna open the doors like that. So now, even though there are more enemies for the zombie to face, at least he can actually fight now. Let's resummon you. Okay, I'm gonna just shield for a second and wait for my magicka to regenerate. I was under the impression that there were gonna be more enemies like walking up these stairs, but apparently not. Okay, another zombie. Come on. There we go, headless zombie. You never disappoint me. And we have, ooh, a greater staff of lightning. This is actually quite a good item. 80 lightning damage on target. Cool. Oh, we are over encumbered. Let's fix that. This we can sell, or drop rather. Oh, you can actually escape without key by using lockpicking. I didn't know that, but whatever. Oh. Okay, we probably need to sell some stuff as well to clear up our inventory. Whoopsie. You don't see me, right? Again, like, invisibility has been acting out lately, so... Okay, we're good, we're good. And this should lead us to the exits somewhere around here. Yes. Now, this kind of dungeon design has been used a lot in later Bethesda games, where when you have finished a dungeon, you can always like find a shortcut back to the entrance. And I completely understand this design from like a quality of life point of view. But I kind of dislike it from a like immersion perspective. Because it definitely feels like the dungeon is designed like as a game. Oh, enemies are nearby apparently. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh. I'm just gonna run away a bit, and hopefully we'll be able to fast travel. So what I'm doing right now is I'm spamming the wait key. The hotkey you use for waiting. And as soon as I'm able to wait, as in using the wait mechanic, I know for a fact that I will be able to fast travel as well. And I'm gonna go to Skingrad, or walk towards Skingrad, because if I get to the city, I'm pretty sure like every enemy that's aggroed onto me will probably well, not be aggroed onto me anymore. Okay, so now we have... I think we have everything we need for Martin, except the greater sigil stone that we will get by closing the gate outside of Bruma. And after we have closed the gates outside of Bruma, there's actually nothing between us and entering Paradise. The final... No, not quite, but basically the final area of the game. And we will be done. So yeah, we are closer to the end than one might expect. Man, these enemies are really interested in killing me. Definitely not allowing me to fast travel. But as soon as I walk past these gates, I'm probably fine. We'll see. Visually, this kind of reminds me of Elden Ring. I mean, I guess I could see that, especially with all the like clutter with like Oblivion gates and like monsters running around. I could see that, absolutely. Elden Ring, by the way, that's a good game. That's a really good game. I mean, all FromSoft games are good, basically. At least the ones I've played. Oh, if you want to hear a true hot take, I think Elden Ring is extremely mid. Now that is a hot take. Okay, and Lucius, do you think that because you just don't really like Souls-likes? Or is it like something specific with Elden Ring that makes you think it's mid?
You've made a good bit of gold.
I don't need this amulet, I'm just gonna sell it. And even though this staff is kind of good, I kind of want to keep it. You know what? I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep this staff. Because 80 points of shock damage is probably like... It's probably good, like even on max difficulty settings. Oh no, I'm obsessed with Souls, like half my play games are Souls like. Okay, now then I'm really curious to hear why is Elden Ring mid then? Because for most people, Elden Ring is like peak FromSoft game. Okay, don't need this helmet, don't need the soul gem.
Drive a hot. That's
yes, I only really care about health potions and magic potions.
A good price.
Everything else is just things that are clogging up our inventory. This is something I want. Now this is actually something I'm gonna save as well. Summon Daedroth. Because it's a very strong spell, so let's keep this scroll. Man, I had a lot of stuff on me.
A fine transaction.
Really nice. I'm gonna keep this down.
You drive a hard bargain.
Okay, cool. We have cleared up some inventory space, and we can continue on with the main story. And again, we are very close to like the final parts. We need to beat the big Oblivion gate. We need to go to Paradise. And once those two things are done, like everything else is basically just a formality. Like after you've beaten Paradise, you're essentially done. Alright, I'm gonna make sure that I level up now, and I'm gonna make sure that I get all my level ups. Because I kind of missed it last time. Here we go. We have ascended to level 11. Max out endurance, 1 point in luck, and 3 points in speed. Staying consistent. So we have yet another level waiting for us. Okay, so let me start off by saying that I do like Elden Ring. I always begin with the positives. I think the combat is smooth, visuals are good, music is solid, and the story is alright as well. Fair enough, fair enough. You know, as the right thing, I'm gonna sneak in my own opinion here. I've never really cared that much about the story in any FromSoft game, because the story that exists is kind of cool, I guess. But it's always like, it's basically impossible to like get the entire story when playing FromSoft, unless you're playing with the guides. Because like doing quests in FromSoft games is just, it's such a hassle.
Hail, hail. With all due respect, sire, there must be another way. The risk is too great.
I know the risk. I was at Kavach, but there is no
really
other
like
way.
the armor.
We have no choice.
The Countess will never agree.
You're back. I now. I shit. What? You're. But no. What? That's were you? Please. I'm good.
Okay, so I'm actually not gonna do this quest right now. I'm gonna do 2 steps of preparation, because this quest that you're getting here when you're closing the Great Gate, it has additional like loose conditions that I kind of want to avoid. Those being when the gate is opened and you go into the gate, you only have a limited time to actually close it. If you take too long, you will actually like lose. And also during the fight outside the Great Gate,
Guards. Love. I hope that.
Sorry, I got distracted. As you're fighting, Martin can actually die. So I kind of want to prepare for those. I want to prepare a little bit before I actually start the fight. I'll be heading out now, though I'll be back in an hour or so, perhaps earlier. Okay, I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be streaming there, Sarge. I'm going to hope to finish the game today, but I'm not going to guarantee it. If we don't see each other again, Sarge, I just want to say thank you again so much for tuning in. It's been great having you here.
Take care.
And wherever you're going, hopefully you're going to have a great time. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna try to get Masoga, the orc, to become our companion.
Go ahead.
Okay, we need to wait until daytime, I guess, or 1 hour. But now we get to my issues, and I'll go over them one at a time. First, enemy design. Half the enemies in Elden Ring are completely dogshit. You have the boring and simple soldier who needs to exist, but get overused as pointless annoyances later on. I mean, I guess this could also be applied to bosses. Because there are a lot of bosses in Elden Ring, and some of them are just like regular units, but you know, as a boss. But then we get to the real garbage. Literally anything in Caelid. Caelid, where's Caelid? It's like the reddish area, right? The rot soldiers, the bubble blowers in the capital, the gargoyles, the list goes on. And that's just the basic enemies. Next point, I'll go into bosses to some degree. Okay, so is your criticism here, Lucius, that the enemies are annoying? Because, yeah, you really don't like Caelid. The only thing I can think about there is, like, you find the enemies annoying.
Mari, perhaps.
Maybe I'm misreading.
I need your...
There we go. So... this quest that we're doing now, by the way, let me explain what I'm trying to do. Here we're gonna help Masoga the Orc. I'm just gonna make sure that we're actually following this quest.
You have the
we're gonna help her for a little bit. To do whatever she wants to do. Because at some point in this quest...
Go.
She's gonna actually follow you as a follower, much like the brothers, these two brothers, the main brothers that have been following us for the entire game. Now, the reason why I haven't picked up Masoga earlier is because she is not, as it's called, an essential character, meaning that when these two guys die, they only become unconscious and then they wake up. When Masoga dies, she is gone for good. She is dead. So I like kind of saved her as a follower until now, basically, so that we can use her when it's most beneficial.
Maybe.
All right. We need to persuade this guy. Okay, to clarify, the enemies themselves are poorly designed, be it boring, or like in terms of their aesthetics, okay, or be it cheated hitboxes and animation. But the biggest issue is enemy placement. People often criticize Dark Souls 2 for bad enemy placement and enemy spam, but I argue Elden Ring does it worse. And yes, Caelid is the red area. Okay. Interesting. I'm just trying to remember Elden Ring and to remember if I had problem with this. I don't think I did. No, I don't. I mean, I remember the bubble blowers. They are annoying, definitely. But I don't think it's like significantly worse than like the Dark Souls games. At least to the extent that I can remember. Okay, now we need to kind of figure out.
No, you do me. Oh, not really.
It's kind of hard to look at an Argonian to see their facial expressions, because you need to know their facial expressions in order to do this.
Oh, you're no,
to this minigame.
You do me too. What? Oh,
is that a bad thing to say?
I wish
that
I could say that.
I'm struggling to like see his facial expressions. Oh, I can't get the disposition over 58. Let's see if this is enough or if I need to bribe him.
I see. I don't buy. So I guess.
Okay, yeah, that's enough. Excellent. And that's actually leveled up our speechcraft, which is nice because that's one of our major skills. Oh, please. There we go. Yeah, speechcraft is one of our major skills, which will give us levels, and levels increases our health. It also levels up the world around us, so maybe it's not a good thing that we're getting levels. Okay, but this guy is gonna walk now to the castle to talk to Masoga the Orc. I'm just gonna fast travel in order to get there right now, and that should also... not quite yet. We can wait. We can just use the wait mechanic, I think, in order to make him get over here quicker. There we go.
You want to speak to me?
You are Weebamna?
Yes.
I want to go to Fisherman's Rock. Where's that?
Fisherman's Rock is north of Leowen, about 6 hours walk, on a point of land on the eastern shore of the Niben.
Take me there, now. I'm in a hurry.
Why?
That's my business.
Then if you won't tell me why, I won't take you anywhere.
Then to hell with you.
Very reasonable opinion here from Weebamna. Alright, we can go. Yes, let's go.
Take this guy. You hear me? The Argonian says it's north. Get. What are we waiting for?
And there we go. I'm pretty sure she'll just follow me now as a follower, like this, just like the Germain brothers. So this means that we can bring Masoga with us to the great fight outside of Bruma. So we effectively get another fighter in that big fight without actually closing any gates. That's usually the process you need to go through in order to get more fighters.
Hello.
And there is an additional follower with exact same properties as Masoga that you can get here in Shaden Hall.
Farewell.
I just need to figure out how to start that quest, because it is a very similar kind of deal going on here. You need to start a quest and then you will eventually get the guy to follow you during one of the quest stages, and as long as you don't actually complete the quest, you basically have another follower. This is actually This is actually the follower that we're gonna get. I just need to figure out how to start the quest. So I know there's a dark elf. Yeah, this guy, I think.
How do you do?
What? No?
Can you spare?
Spare
I know there's a dark elf that will give you a quest.
You seem far too nice to
I
be one
think
of
this is the one.
Ulrich's men.
Now, kind
What
of
can I
2-in-1
do for
argument. The sub-dungeons. Think your catacombs, etc. They have the same effect to me as the open world syndrome you talked about earlier. Like, no, I do not want to fight Erdtree Burial Dog number 7. You know what? I kind of had this feeling as well when I played Elden Ring. Because I went for a run where I killed all the bosses. And after a while, it was like, I'm just going through the motions. Like, I'm not really like enjoying myself as much as I probably should. But now with 3 rats in the arena, it's too much repetitive design and gameplay. And this extends to field bosses too. No, I don't want to fight the Erdtree Avatar number 6. That now also puts rot on me to make it feel different. Worst of all are the dragons. You know what? I kind of agree actually with these points. I still think the fights are fun because like the Elden Ring combat is very good. But I totally see your point here, and I agree.
There were lights. If the god, everyone is waiting.
Okay, this is not.
Good day to you.
Okay, I still don't have the quest that I need, unfortunately. Like, I'm pretty sure she is part of this quest line. Okay. Like, if I get too stuck here, I'm just gonna like look up like a guide on how to actually start this quest.
Get out of.
Yeah, I know for a fact that it involves you. I'm gonna go to the castle because I have a vague memory that you need to like talk to another captain. I can probably just fast travel there, right? Yeah. The fights are mostly fun, yes. But anything will get annoying if you have to redo this exact same trick 15 times. Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. And you know, we were talking about Witcher 3 earlier, right? And I think the combat in Witcher 3 is really good. But, you know, as you say, if you do the same thing over and over again for 100 times, I mean, at some point it's gonna be dull.
What do you want? Goodbye.
So, there is a quest here in Shaden Hall where one of the Dark Elves have been like kicked out of his house. And there's like one corrupt guard that's making life like just a pain for all the inhabitants. I need to start that quest, but I don't remember exactly how. Usually when you talk to like city guards in a place, they will give you like rumors and like direct you towards quests.
I understand the fight.
But this time that's not the case. Unless I already have it in my journal. I just... it's just that I might have missed it. But no, it doesn't seem like I have the quest. So this is just the quest for closing the Oblivion gate. Yeah, if anyone knows the quest I'm talking about and knows how to actually start it, I would appreciate it.
Yeah. Business is... Bye.
Oh, I have done this before. I'm just trying to remember. Because the guards aren't really helping me. I've spoken to like every...
Take care.
Okay, I'm gonna try to find like another captain of the guard. Let's go back to the castle and like wait in the barracks, perhaps. Argument 3, balancing. Now, I know this was never a thing FromSoft was good at. But Elden Ring, due to the open world nature, is by far the worst in it. Power scaling is completely whack and tedious. Even different builds. Good luck with the Fate build, where 85% of the endgame content have 70% reduction to holy damage. That is fair. That is fair. Like I'm trying to like come up with like a counter argument. I guess the only counter argument, like I don't disagree with you here, Lucius. It's true that Fate as like an elemental type of damage is kind of wasted, given the fact that most bosses are like resistant to it. But I guess like a counterpoint would be like they are mainly designing all fights around you being basically a warrior kind of character, in a way that is quote unquote the right way. And please look at my quotes here. The right way to play
with a
Elden Ring. I don't really think that's a good argument either, actually.
The Mythic Dawn. Goodbye.
Given that, you know, they have added all of these like cool spell mechanics, and they probably should be usable.
Be seeing you.
All right, I am lost at the moment, so I'm just gonna open my phone here and try to figure out exactly where to go. Just give me a few moments here. So I'm looking up quests in Shadenhall at the moment. I'm trying to find a quest that investigates the corruption in the guard. Here we go. Corruption and conscience. That's what the quest is called. How do I start it? Quest giver is Levana Nadaran. Didn't I speak to her? Wait. Now I'm getting confused here. It says here, Levana Nadaran in Shadenhall is the quest giver. Man, the game looks great though. Like, I might be stuck, but the game looks good.
What do you be seeing?
Alright, let's see if we can find her. I'm pretty sure it was the Dark Elf lady we talked to earlier. Let's see. Yeah, you, right?
Hello.
Levana Nadaran.
You seem far too... Everyone is... Good day to you.
Is the quest bugged? Because I don't have it in my inventory. Wait, what is this? A guard told me about strange note in Imperial City's Talos Plaza. It seems to be related to the Mythic Dawn. I should go there and try to find one. Is this a new quest? I've never seen this before. Argument 4. This one is a bit more specific. Dark Souls 1, you fight Ornstein and Smaug. Two bosses that complement and synergize each other, and one the first goes down, you get the cool game mechanical, the second one powering up. Yeah. Dark Souls 2, Throne Watcher and Defender. Dark Souls 3, Abyss Watchers. All cool duo/gang fights. I dare you to name me one duo or gang fight in Elden Ring where the bosses complement each other, are fair, and have anything going on other than slap two together and call it done. I would say the Godskin bosses. No, there is this boss fight, right, where they keep spawning in Godskin nobles to fight you. I'm not sure if I would say that they complement each other per se. I mean, we have one of the guys who keeps rolling at you, and the other guys who can, you know, bend his like body. At least that's the first like example that would come to mind. Okay, so I'm not sure what's happening with this quest though.
Hello.
Why can't I start this quest? I mean, I guess we don't technically need it. It says here, learn of the corruption in the guards and speak to Levana Nedaren to help fight it. And how do I learn about the corruption?
What can I... Count farewell. I be seeing you.
You seem...
Because she mentions that we seem too nice to be one of Ulrich's men. I mean...
There's been some... Count Indorus has ordered us to hold...
Is it because we have started... Or is it because there's an...
Count Indorus...
Yeah, is it because there's an Oblivion gate outside?
Anyone looking for...
You two.
You... Good day.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna give up in a few moments. Because yeah, I can't...
You two.
I can't trigger anything.
The fighters... Take care.
Except, you know, rumors about the fire skill, I guess. Oh, that's a shame.
I'm... The whole town...
Yeah, they're only referencing the Oblivion Gate when they talk about Shaden Hall. Okay, cool, whatever. All right, so my plan here was to get another follower aside from Masoga the Orc, but that doesn't seem to work. So what we're gonna do now is just do the fight here outside of Bruba with the people we have. It should be enough, hopefully. You know, if I lose the run here, I'm just gonna blame the fact that that we didn't have, you know, that one extra follower. But yeah, Lucius, you have thought long and hard about about your opinions here about Elden Ring. Alright, so now we're just telling Countess Narina here that our plan, basically use Bruma as bait in order for the Daedra to open one of their big gates outside the city, and we're gonna use that in order to... We're gonna use it as cover, basically, in order to get the Greater Seedlestone. If I remember correctly, everyone is gonna meet in the chapel right now, so let's just head there right now. And again, after we have done this quest, all that is left is Paradise. And look at me doing parkour. Okay, the gods can do is horribly designed. Individually, the tall guy is great and the rolling guy is fun enough too, but the duo fight is very poorly made. They are both fast, spam projectiles when you heal. Their movesets are not altered to balance them around being together. And to try to have the pillars to split aggro like with ONS, but it's super bug and inconsistent. The shared but still split health bar is a poor mechanic. Yeah, it's the same mechanic as the Four Kings, I remember. And they have moments where taking damage is literally unavoidable. Okay, I understand where you're coming from here, Lucius. So the Godskin duo fight is just two enemies that are just plopped together in an arena without any consideration of how their individual attacks interact with each other. I think that's the point you're trying to make. And you're right in this particular case, because the Godskin duo, like, they are individually, like, complete enemies, so to speak, in terms of their moveset and whatnot. Okay, the Countess is walking up the stairs. Bird is after.
Your Highness, I am Narina Carvain, Countess of Bruma, at your service.
Okay, I wonder if you need to listen to this. Okay, you don't. Perfect. Alright, so we can immediately go to the fight. Alright, let's go. They all know what's up. The heroes. marching to save their city, to save Cyrodiil. Could you even say save the world? Remember, in the lore at the moment, the Oblivion crisis is happening all over the nations, not only in Cyrodiil. That's a good summary. Elden Ring duo / gang fights, and I mean literally all of them, are just smash some enemies in the same room and call it done. Even in the DLC, this trend continues for the 2 or 3 gang fights. Fair, fair. Yeah, I don't really have anything to follow up on that. What I will say is this view is quite different from what I remember from Vanilla. In Vanilla, the ground is basically white with all the snow. Here we see something completely different. Man, I've only ever done this fight in Vanilla Oblivion. I wonder if they have changed anything in the remastered version. Hopefully not. Okay, so we have our people here. Now we're just waiting on Martin. I'm just gonna save real quick, just in case something bad happens. Let's just wait to see if he will show up. Yeah, there we go. Oh, look at him with his cool-ass armor.
Soldiers of Cyrodiil, the Empire will stand or fall by what we do here today. Will we let the Daedra do to Bruma what they did to Kavach? Will we let them burn our homes? Will we let them kill our families? No, we make our stand here, today, for the whole of Cyrodiil. We must hold fast until the hero of Kavach can destroy their great gate. We must kill whatever comes out of that gate. Soldiers of Cyrodiil, do you stand with me?
Yes. Oh, here we go. Okay, whatever happens, Martin, please stand back. Why was he animated with like 2 frames? Like, what's happening with their animations? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? It's like the like I'm not even sure how to explain it. Okay, where is Martin? Martin needs to... Okay, he's right here. He's almost at full health. That's good. Okay, and we need to make sure... Martin, please don't stand there. Like, whatever you do. Why do you need to be in the middle of it? Okay, you're still at a good health point. Okay, I'm just looking at Martin. Like if Martin dies here, it's over. The game, the game is finished, or the run is finished, I should say. Okay, it's fine to just stand there as long as you're not actively taking damage. Wait, why aren't you guys fighting? Only like half the guys are fighting. Oh, including. Man, this fight is kind of weird, isn't it? Okay, now you guys are joining in. Good. Like, your Emperor is dying for you right now. Okay, we need people here, guys. Ooh, that clan fear is coming for me. Okay, we're good. I think. Like, their animations are super strange. Okay. That's the main gate. That's what we're looking for. The Great Gate. And yes, I have thought a lot about my Elden Ring hot take. Is it just me or are the soldiers unequipped? Hey there, Sarge. They are. Like, this entire fight was super strange. Whew. Yeah, some of them were just, you know, gonna go fisticuffs with the Daedra. Oh, Masoga, you're still alive. That's funny. Okay, so we are now on a timer. Let's see, how do you even get up to the first towers. Oh man, I've forgotten where to go even. Wait, this is the wrong path. Oh, there we go. I see it right now. I saw your message there, Lucius, but I'm gonna do my best here to focus on this thing. Again, this is time. And I have a special way of actually dealing with this puzzle, or I'm not sure if you can even call this a puzzle. At least it works when you're playing vanilla. I'm not sure if it works on remastered. If it doesn't work, well, we'll have to improvise. Let's see. I think this is the gate I wanna, or door I wanna take. Let's see. Yes, so I'm going in the right direction. That's where I wanna go. Now, the thing that's happening here is that there are some gates that are blocking your path forward that you need to open. And you need to do that by like interacting with these like levers here in these towers in a like a very particular order. Okay, I'm in the wrong place. I probably need to go down here. Oh man, just the fact that I know that this is timed is making things a bit more hectic. Okay, so maybe I can go out from here, and I want to get to the like, yeah, this is where I want to be. This is where I want to be. Just jump over here. Perfect. This thing is gonna fire. Great, missed me. And this thing is gonna fire. There we go. Okay, let's see if I can do this now. Ooh, I think they might have patched it. Okay, give me a second. Because I know... Oh no, they have even made it easier. Yeah, you can just avoid the entire puzzle here. Again, I'm not even sure if you're supposed to call it puzzle by just jumping over a rock there. I've actually never done this puzzle legit. I've only ever used like that jumping spot in order to get past the gate. I would say argument 5, but this is one of just a personal grudge against one specific boss. Fuck Rykard. He can go suffer in a limbo of oblivion. Reaching his fight is torturous, and the fight itself is not better in the slightest. Okay. That was close. that was okay. Yeah. Yeah. This doesn't seem to be the right way. You know you're going in the right way when you're going upward. This doesn't go up either. I don't. Oh wait, I think I remember now. Rykard, he is the fight, like he's a snake guy, right? Like I'm trying to remember. Right, the snake guy. I'm not talking about Mesmer. I'm talking about the guy who, yeah, yes, okay. But that fight, isn't that like just a gimmick fight? Where you use the spear of whatever it's called and kill him with the spear. I don't remember the fight being like... Wait. Hehehe! Pickpocketing coming in clutch yet again. You know, using the sneak skill is actually better than you might think. Because yeah, now we don't need to fight him, and we can just pickpocket his key and get to the end here. Excellent. And boom.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
The great sigil stone is ours. Fear us, Daedra. This plane of existence is not yours to take. The Serpent Slayer Great Spear, that's the one. Yes, that's the one I was thinking about. It's a gimmick fight, yes, but the gimmick is boring. Rykard has one attack. I've never seen anyone manage to dodge, and it's just a time waster with annoying elements. I mean, it's a gimmick fight, absolutely. I do not disagree. I don't remember it being particularly annoying myself. I mean, damn, that was smooth. Yeah. Yes, a bunch of running and overpowered invisibility spells. Whoa, that was cool. There we go. Bruma is saved.
We won, but we need to act quickly. Cameron will not take long. Remember, you can. Farewell, my friend.
Okay. The final quest. No, I keep saying the final quest. It's actually not the final quest, but like it's basically the final quest. Going to paradise. Now, Mancun Cameron, he has been promising his cult that in the afterlife, the mythic dawn will join him in paradise, a plane of existence much better than our own. And he also says that the true rulers of like this plane of existence that we're on right now is actually it belongs to the data, basically. I hold nothing against gimmick fights, but I do have something against fights that are just time wasters. Speaking of Fire Giant, oh, that was an annoying fight. Yeah, that's an annoying fight. Screw that boss for simply being a damage sponge. Yeah, with barely anything fun going on. Yeah. That fight took a while. Yes, I agree. Yes, if we go through here. Okay. Here we go. The mysterious Dark Brotherhood assassin has been helping the Emperor with this ritual, and for some reason he still has his helmet on.
I have everything in play. I don't know what you'll. I do. I believe that Matt shall I?
But here's the thing. I am not ready yet.
That's fine. Farewell, my friend.
There's one more thing I want to do before I go into paradise. Let me explain what awaits on the other side here. As I said, the followers of Mancun Cameron, the leader of the Mythic Dawn cult, he has created, and he is a very like interesting character in all his glory, but whatever. He has created this pocket dimension where the Mythic Dawn ends up. Now, it's actually not that good of a place as you might expect, given its name. But nevertheless, there is where the Mythic Dawn followers go. In fact, most of the Mythic Dawn feels to be betrayed once they enter paradise. Because, in a sense, he's not lying to the people. He is bringing them to paradise. It's just not the kind of paradise that they expect. But here's the thing. The fight itself against Mancun Cameron, it's like one of the more unique fights in all of Oblivion. So he will have two like guards on each side of him that keeps respawning. Like if you kill them, they will eventually respawn. Random question. And you've probably heard heard the reverse before. But what's your favorite divine / Aedra? I have actually never answered this. Yeah, I have answered the reverse, I think, maybe, at some point, the favorite Daedra, but not the Aedra. You know, let me ponder about that for a second there, Sarge, and I'll answer. I'm just gonna try to explain what's coming up right now. But yeah, this fight is gonna be very tricky, because the guards on either side of Mancun Cameron will keep respawning. And this is going to be super annoying for our zombie, because he's going to have a hard time figuring out the right target. And in the meantime, we're going to use invisibility and whatnot. So, in theory, this fight could last forever if our zombie decides to never attack Mancun Cameron and keep killing the respawning lieutenants or whatever. So I'm actually gonna need to do something in order to actually make sure that this fight is going our way. And here is actually where the ring comes into play. the Ring of Khajiit, because I've gone out of my way to get this particular item. And I've said that the chameleon effect is really good. But I've never really made use of it. But now is the time. So I'm gonna come back later, Martin, after I've properly prepared myself for Paradise. Alright, to your question there, Sarge. My favorite Aedra slash Divine. I want to say I have two choices, and these choices only, like, I don't know much about them. I guess that's the issue here. I'm not that familiar with the lore, but I basically only know about two gods, and because those are the only ones I know about, then they automatically become like the best. And those are Talos and Akatosh. And of the two, I would probably say Talos. And the reason why I say Talos is that, you know, he's like a very important part about the setting and the world when it comes to the next game, Skyrim. But also, you kinda, in Morrowind, I'm not sure if you've played it, but in Morrowind you can find a very cool character, like, just before the end of the game, if you go to the Ghost Fence Gate, and you're gonna find a human there. And if I remember correctly, someone said this to me. I don't remember who. I'm actually kind of ashamed that I don't remember who. But someone said to me that that's like an avatar or something of Talos. Or I think it was Talos. I might be wrong. And I think that's really neat. That's you know, the actual divine, the actual Aedra that you can interact with, whereas everyone else is just kind of passive. So that's my answer, Talos. Now for my proper argument 5. Elden Ring has a same issue as Dark Souls 1. The final sections feel severely underdeveloped. In Dark Souls 1 you have the lava area with nothing going on. Yeah, that's true. And just annoying elements all around. Also some of the worst bosses. Ooh, I'm pretty sure you're referring here to Bed of Chaos. And I don't actually hate Bed of Chaos as much as everyone else. But I understand why people don't like that boss. Now Elden Ring, the snow areas. There's not that many bosses there though, if I remember correctly. Barely anything going on. Yeah, that's true. Annoying enemies, bad bosses, feeling severely underdeveloped and underwhelming. Even crumbling Farum Azula is very underwhelming outside the visuals. I mean, the Farum Azula, to me, it's more of like a transition area. Like, I'm not even sure if I mean, I guess it's an area because it has bosses and stuff. I think I would accept or I mean agree with your points in terms of the snow areas. There's not a lot going on. I mean, you go there to basically fight the fire giant. Also, let me explain what I'm doing right now. I said that I'm trying to prepare, right, in order to be safe in the very last fight and like ensure victory, like make sure that RNG will never go against us. And to do that, we need to uncover this place right here. Frost Crag Spire. Now this is a very interesting area, because this is not, like in the original base game of Oblivion, this place does not exist at all. This was added later as a DLC, but of course the remastered version has all of the DLCs already activated. And the reason why I want to go in here is because this will unlock enchanting in the game, or rather this is the fastest way to unlock enchanting. This area is supposed to act as your personal like base of operations basically, but I'm just gonna use it for the fact that it allows for enchanting. My personal favorite is Stendarr, so for me the Vigilant are the most wasted faction in Skyrim. Sarge, please correct me here if I'm wrong. The Vigilant, is that the same factions that hunts vampires in Skyrim, in the vampire DLC. By the way, I haven't actually played that DLC at all. I have played the Dragonborn DLC. I haven't completed it in its entirety. I have like defeated Mirak, but I've never actually played the other DLC. And I know that there's like a faction of vampire hunters in that DLC. Is that the Vigilant? And if I remember correctly, you can also like find like Vigilant followers, or members rather, like out and about in the world. Again, like correct me if I'm wrong here. I could definitely be completely wrong. Anyways, enough of my breakdown of my issues with Elden Ring. No, I mean, as you have noticed, I read your posts like in between like fights and stuff, right? And they are very interesting to listen to, and they are, as you pointed out yourself, like these are criticisms, but they are like from a place of logic rather than hate, or at least that's what it sounds like. And it's actually the first time I've heard something negative about Elden Ring. Everyone is glazing that game, including myself. I love Elden Ring, but the point that you made that is really sticking with me, and that I totally agree with, is that it's the bloat. I mean, some of the bosses are like not that interesting, but they need to fill the open world. So there you go. But I don't really mind that fact, because like the good fights in Elden Ring are really good, and like I really like the combat. The combat is really good in that game. Now here's the thing. As I said, you will. That's a Dawn Guard. Okay, yeah. Thank you for correcting me. Oh yes, of course. Fun fact: the DLC actually destroys the main Vigilant base when you reach the level to activate the DLC. I remember, yes. Because that base is right outside. I want to say Dawnstar. I could be wrong. I vaguely remember what you're referencing here, Sarge. Alright, as I said, this place will unlock enchanting for you. You have an altar of enchanting and an altar of spellmaking. The thing is, you need mage tallow candles in order to activate these things, and you can also make your own atronach, which is cool. But this altar, that's the only one I'm interested in. I don't need the spell crafting at all. Well, I guess I'm dropping another hot take on Elden Ring. Most of the bosses are just, oh, quote, just good. There are only like 4 or 5 that are really outstanding. I mean, I definitely would say that my favorite fights in a FromSoft game is not in Elden Ring. That would probably be Knight Artorias in Dark Souls 1. But like fights like the final fight of the game, what is it called? Consort Rakan? Consort, whatever. I really like that fight. I think that was a really cool ending to the entire game. And of course we have Millennia, but I'm not sure if that's a good fight per se. It's a difficult fight for sure. Good. I mean, it's not bad, definitely. Oh, and Twin Blade, also DLC boss. Oh, what is she called? Like Twin Blade, Mage Knight, Frost and Fire Sword. I don't know. And my favorite Elden Ring fight is in the DLC, and it's commonly disliked or not cared about. Lol. So what do I know? All right. It seems like your opinion is going against the grain. Promise Consort Radahn, that's the one. Yes, that's the final boss. Yeah, I like that fight. I really had to think outside of the box in order to beat that one. All right. You might be noticing that I'm just standing around and not doing anything, and that is because, my friends, I'm actually gonna end the stream right now, right here. We're not gonna beat Oblivion in this episode, but before despair grips your hearts, before you cry out to the skies about the injustices of the world, hear me out. I'm gonna go back tomorrow. I'm gonna be live tomorrow, starting at 6 p.m. Central European Time. And if you want to see me beat Oblivion, well, that's when to tune in. If you want to, of course. You can do whatever you want. It's totally fine. But if you want to be notified when I go live, please hit the follow button. But if not, thank you everyone for being here and playing the game with us and having these fun discussions about video games. A lot about Elden Ring here towards the end. And yeah, we're gonna be back tomorrow, starting from this area. I'm gonna enchant my gear. I'm gonna buy gear and then enchant it, and after that, directly to Paradise. Well, in that case, I won't miss it. Thank you so much, Sarge. That's great. I look forward to having you at my side as we're beating the game, as well as you, Lucius, and everyone else who have been tuning in. Your favorite Elden Ring boss is Putrescent Knight. Well, given the fact that I don't actually remember who that boss is, I don't think it's high up on my list. I probably need to like go through my memory banks. I'll probably be here, assuming I can make it. I would definitely appreciate you having you here. As I said, everyone here, you're the best, and I really appreciate you having you here. But yeah, as I said, tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central European Time, we're gonna beat Oblivion. And if we have time after that, maybe we'll start Skyrim. That, you know, it depends on how long it takes. So that, with that being said, wherever you are out there in the world, hopefully you're doing great. Hopefully you're doing good, and hopefully you and I together can have a great time going forward, playing some video games. With that being said, Mad Sever out.